Hey you guys, I did my project on my critical essay on Martin Delany, and I did this because I really enjoyed um his teaching and his beliefs and his views because it wasn't religious based like so many others, like Malcolm X and like Martin Luther King and so many others. It was just strictly off of the benefit, the true benefit of black people. And he didn't, one thing I liked about him was he didn't, he wasn't trying to really necessarily persuade you to do anything, to be anything. It didn't, not even necessarily as far as to say, you should do this because this, or you should do this because of that, as far as religious space like Malcolm X and like Martin Luther King saying, be good to each other, even though they're bad to you, be good to them. No, it was just like, hey, I want you to be better because I know you can be better. And I thought that was amazing. To me, I did. And seeing that he was so willing from, I would say from his mother, being that they were so willing to, to focus on the advancement of black people, like his mom getting chased out of the town because she was teaching black people to read, because she knew that they had a potential to be better than what they were. Even though, yeah, even in the religious times, they were teaching that, you had to be a slave, and being a slave was what God meant you to be. It was deeper than that. Even though they went through all these heists to keep people from reading, she still risked her life to teach them because they could have killed her for that, but instead they just chased her out of the community, out of town. Um, One thing I thought was amazing during my research during this for him was about is it Nigeria, Libya, Liberia, that they really got together and went and bought land and said, "Hey, we're gonna designate this piece of land for black people who want to be free because we can't have them contaminating our slaves those have who have accepted slavery." And I thought that was crazy, but the more that I thought about it, the more I tossed it around in my head. It's like, you know what? That it sounds like some European stuff that they would do, and even now they because in this maybe I may be wrong for saying it like this, but like the HBCUs, a lot of white people didn't think that, like they thought when he went to middle school, well, why do they need to be in the classroom with us? We won't even talk to them on the street. And so they designate these black colleges for black people, but it's just like, is it necessary? But it is because they feel like, well, we can't share a school with them. But anyway, I want to read this part from the condition. Is that really kind of spoke to me about it. It says, except we do. It is idle to talk about rights. It is mere chattering for the sake of being seen and heard, like a slave saying more things because his so-called master said it, and saying just what he told him to say. Have we not have we not now sufficient intelligence among us to understand our true position, to realize our actual condition, and to determine for ourselves what is best to be done? That part there spoke volumes to me because that's all you hear about is people saying, well, they're talking loudly, but they have nothing to really say. They're not really talking about anything. They're talking about equality and how they want to do this and how the white man should do this and how they should have this and all that. And they should have this and we should have equal opportunity. But the thing is, what are you doing about it for yourself? You don't have to listen to the white man. You don't have to go to the white man to get knowledge about these things. You don't have to do that. You should know it for yourself because you've been through enough. We've seen enough. We even with today with the election and stuff, with what's been going on up until like the midterm election, you should want to go vote because you see how bad things can get. This man is pulling people, literally pulling families apart, and God knows when yours might be next. So that should be enough for you to want to go vote, not because and nobody should have to tell you to go vote. You should want to because you don't know when you're going to be next. Things like that. Why do you need somebody to tell you to go to a poll? Go to the polls. Why do you need that? Why do we still need encouragement? Why do we still have to tell people to do this? Because they think it's I hear all people all the time. People say, "Well, they can't do that," and even with like our food, so the government wouldn't let us ingest that. Why wouldn't they? That's how they make their money, especially off of healthcare. Oh yeah, we're gonna feed them the poison, and then we're gonna give them more. We're gonna give them the antidote for the poison, but we're gonna keep putting the poison up. We're not gonna take it off the shelf because then how will we get more money for the medicines? And it goes to show, like he said in the conditions, you know enough, you see enough that you don't need to be told what to do. Do what's best for you and your people, the right thing, because we can't rely on the white man to do it. It's up to you. Thanks.